Starting us off at number 10 is Amber Heard. If you've missed all the chaos lately, Amber Heard and ex-husband Johnny Depp have been battling in a serious lawsuit the last few years. Amber filed for divorce in 2016 and then showed up to the Los Angeles courthouse with bruises on her face, making claims that Depp was abusing her. Since then, it's been an ongoing lawsuit, completely draining the actor's bank account, who is determined to keep his innocence. He has filed a $50 million defamation against her, saying that she is the abusive one and is doing all of this to ruin his career and take his money. But social media recently exposed Amber, releasing audio footage of her admitting to hitting Johnny and starting physical altercations with him.
Told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just happened.
And I lied.
And that you punched me in the thing and you
figured
in the
it
face.
out.
Pictures of his injuries have also surfaced online, one showing a time that she actually cut off part of his finger after throwing a vodka bottle at him. Hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp started trending worldwide, and fans are hoping that he will get justice in court in August 2020. Thank God for social media, right? Like, I am so happy that this came out. Power to Johnny Depp. I hope he gets his victory. Next up at number 9 is Jamie Lynn Spears. Lesson of the day: don't mess with Britney Spears' little sister. Social media exposed some surveillance footage that showed this girl means business and is not messing around. In 2015, she was at a pita pit when a brawl broke out in the dining area, including one of her friends. So what did she do? She dives in and pulls her friend out of the fight, and then calmly walks behind the food counter and grabs a long 7-inch bread knife and starts waving the blade around as a warning to the people fighting. Who knew the Nickelodeon star had that kind of fight in her? I'm here for it. I want her on my side. I want her in my life, because if I got in a fight, I want my girl swinging a pita pit knife around. We're moving on to number 8, and we have Solange Knowles and Jay-Z. Some sibling rivalry is nothing uncommon, but it's still shocking to see it all unfold on some leaked video footage. Social media exposed Jay-Z getting into a fight with Beyonce's sister at the 2014 Met Gala party. And when I say fight, I mean Solange physically attacks him, but don't worry, he does not fight back. Jay-Z later explained what happened, since it obviously looked pretty frickin' serious, but he said, "We've had that one disagreement. Before and after, we've been cool. That's my sister, not my sister-in-law. No, my sister, period." I mean, I think if you have a sibling, you can kind of admit that there's been times where like 1 minute you're punching them in the face and then the next minute you're like cuddled up watching a movie with them. Happens with me and my sisters all the time. Oh my god. 1 second like we hate each other, and the next it's like you're my best friend. In the number 7 spot is Taylor Swift. We know she's had a handful of boyfriends throughout her career, but one of them decided to expose her on social media after their breakup. Taylor dated Calvin Harris for over a year before calling things off. During that time, his song "This Is What You Came For" was top in the charts, and Taylor's representatives confirmed rumors that she actually co-wrote the song with him under a Swedish alias. So it seems like Taylor exposed him first, well, her representatives, but he took his anger to Twitter and called out Taylor for her feud with Katy Perry, which really has nothing to do with anything. In a series of angry tweets, he wrote, "I know you're off tour and you need someone new to try and bury like Katy, etc., but I'm not that guy. Sorry, I won't allow it." He went on to say that Taylor used the songwriting announcement as a way to belittle him and make him look bad, which apparently she does with other artists. His words, not mine. Up next, number 6 is Lucy Hale. Another time someone wanted to expose their ex on social media. Because why not, right? That is the generation we are living in. The actress dated the Amazing Spider-Man actor Chris Zylka for a year back in 2012. In the media, they seemed totally in love, but they didn't work out and fans didn't really get an explanation why. That was until Chris went online and exposed the fact that it did not end well and exposed Lucy for having a so-called ego. He dissed her on Twitter, making claims that the reason they broke up is because she dumped him because she thought she was too good for him. He even took a jab at her talent too and said, I quote, "There's a difference between celebrities and movie stars. Celebrities fade away while movie stars stick around forever." Yikes. Down the road, he did apologize for blasting his ex like that and changed his opinion, saying she's an amazing person who he wants to support. So which one is it, Chris? Chris, which one is it? How Halfway through at number 5, we got Nick Young. More drama in the Hollywood love scene took place when leaked video footage surfaced of Nick Young admitting he cheated on his fiancée Iggy Azalea. But despite the proof, she decided to stay with him and work it out. But just 3 months after the video leaks, the couple called off their engagement and people wondered if there was more to the story. But they didn't have to wonder for too long because Izzy exposed what really happened and revealed on Twitter that she actually caught him cheating on her in their home. She wrote, "I broke up with Nick because I found out he had brought other women into our home while I was away and I caught them on the security footage." So she made it clear as day for her fans so that there was no way he could talk his way out of this one. Rolling into number 4 is Blac Chyna. Her relationship with Rob Kardashian has made headlines a variety of times because they have no shame in publicly fighting on social media. They were once engaged and they even have a daughter together, but things got so bad for the couple at one point that Rob exposed her in the worst way possible. He ended up sharing her nude photos on his personal Instagram account, which resulted in her getting a restraining order against him. I mean, you can't expose more than like a nude photo. Like, there's nothing that goes further than that. In August 2018, they both told media outlets that they settled into having a peaceful co-parenting situation and they continue to share equal custody of their daughter Dream. Taking over the 3rd spot is Caitlyn Jenner. This one is more serious than some of the other ones on our list, so let's get into serious mode. Caitlyn got into a car accident which quickly turned into a serious lawsuit after one person was killed. Caitlyn was uninjured in the crash after being exposed on social media. She was deemed a lawsuit for wrongful death. Video footage was posted online which captured the entire accident on camera, showing Caitlyn's Escalade, which was carrying an off-road vehicle, hitting 2 cars and causing one of them to smash into another car. One of the drivers, Kim Howe, was 69 years old and unfortunately died in the crash. At the end of the investigation, even though the tape clearly shows who was at fault, Caitlyn was able to walk away without any charges. Which is a little messed up in my opinion. And at number 2 is Miley Cyrus. Alright, she has been exposed on social media probably more than any other celebrity, but let's be honest, she doesn't even care. The only time she might have cared was when she was exposed online for hitting a bong on her 18th birthday. Video footage leaked after a friend videotaped her partying with friends and hitting up a bong. However, let's keep in mind this was back in 2010 when it was not legal and she was still associated with the Disney Channel, so this video basically ruined her entire image. But after the Disney World went into a frenzy, she started to claim that she was just smoking salvia, which is a natural and legal herb with psychedelic properties. Girl, you are not smoking that, you are smoking the ganja. Who are you trying to fool? Winning the number 1 spot on our list is Kate Moss. She is one of the world's biggest English supermodels and has been admired by millions of people for many years. But her overall reputation and career took a hit after video footage was shared online exposing the model doing lines of cocaine. It was back in 2005 when she was dating Pete Doherty, who was the frontman of the rock group Baby Shambles. One night she was hanging out at one of his recording sessions in West London, unaware that the studio had a surveillance camera. Throughout the video footage you can see her holding a cigarette, drinking shots of vodka and whiskey, and snorting 5 lines of cocaine. Images from the footage made headlines and her career took a massive hit. She lost contracts for Burberry, Chanel, and H&M, which reportedly lost her a minimum of $4 million. Beginning the countdown at number 10 is Diddy. Most people will know that if you take someone else's image and use it as your own on social media, you should respectfully give that person the credit for it. But Diddy must have felt like he didn't need to, and a photographer exposed him on Instagram after he sniped one of his shots. This is what happened. Diddy shared an epic picture of the eclipse that happened in August 2014 with the caption #DiddyView, which was a complete lie. It wasn't his view at all. An LA-based photographer named Cole Younger posted the photo 2 weeks earlier and then called him out on it for using his picture without permission. So basically he was busted. And rightfully so. You do not take a photographer's photo and use it without crediting them. Everyone knows that. Next up at number 9 is Reese Witherspoon. One thing you would never want the public finding out about is a DUI. But what would make it worse is having the whole thing filmed and exposed to the entire world online. Back in 2013, Reese and her husband at the time, Jim Toth, were pulled over by an Atlanta cop on suspicion of a DUI. The police dash cam caught the whole thing on tape and showed Reese going into this erratic rage, which led to her being arrested as well. Her husband was the one driving, so he was actually the one under arrest, but Reese was just intoxicated and was feeling feisty and felt the need to stick up and defend her husband. In the video, you can see Reese yelling at the officers and not listening to their orders to just sit down. They end up putting her in handcuffs, and then she lies to them and says that she's pregnant and has to pee as an attempt to get out of the handcuffs. They were both arrested, and she pled no contest to physical obstruction of another, and Jim pled guilty to the DUI. Sliding to the number 8 spot is Austin McBroom. He's the basketball player known for being the father of the YouTube's famous family, the Ace family. He and his wife started a channel which vlogs their life as parents. But the family man's career took a hit when a fellow YouTuber named Cole Kerrigan exposed him on social media, making claims that he raped one of his friends. He posted a video online with screenshots and recorded phone conversations, making the serious allegation that his friend Leslie Hannah Bell came to him and told him that she was raped by Austin one night. However, later on we found out that it wasn't true, and Leslie herself announced publicly online that Austin did not do such a thing, and that Cole actually released the story simply for a money grab. So Cole basically exposed Austin, but then he got exposed in the end. Could be some karma, I don't know. Swiping the number 7 spot is Lamar Odom. The NBA superstar was exposed online with video footage showing him acting a little crazy out in the streets of LA. I guess the Pap asked him about his affair on Khloe, and that is when he got upset. He ended up yelling at the man and took all of his camera equipment out of his car and then tossed it in the middle of the street. Literally in the middle of the road where cars were driving by. It was all the man's camera equipment, and Lamar took it a step further by going up to it and smashing anything that wasn't already broken. He had to make sure that it was broke. Fans were standing by confused, watching the whole thing happen, and at the end of the video, a fan asks for a picture, and he just calmly smiles with her in a selfie. It's honestly so strange to watch. He was charged with a misdemeanor vandalism charge, but the charges dropped after he agreed to pay for everything that he broke. Halfway through at number 5 is LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian. I don't like to hear that people are cheating or having an affair, but I would be lying if I said I didn't like to see it. Only in the sense that I think the people being cheated on deserve to know the truth, and the people cheating deserve to be exposed for their poor choices. That's all I'm gonna say. I said what I said. That is what happened with these two. Back in 2009, video footage was shared online showing that LeAnn Rimes was having an affair with her co-star at the time, Eddie. At the time of the affair, she was married to Deem Shermet, and Eddie was also married at the time to Brandi Glanville. So they were actually both busted at the same time for having an affair. It was pretty dramatic. In our 3rd spot is Janelle Evans. The Teen Mom 2 star was busted for lying to her fans about a sponsorship product, which is never a good look. Not only is it a bad look on Janelle, but it's also a bad look on the company that she's promoting. She posted a side-by-side picture to her Instagram and tagged it as a paid partnership with Boombod. In the first picture, she has lifted up her shirt, showing off her stomach in the mirror, no smile on her face, and no product in hand. Then, in the second picture, she is smiling in a sports bra with the Boombod weight loss box in hand. The weight loss kit is a 7-day weight loss program, and she had claimed to use it and that these were the results. But some of her fans began to expose her for lying, because if you take a second look at her post, look closely, the photos were actually taken at the same time, one after another. Every item in her cluttered background is the exact same, and she's in the same outfit. All she did was take off her shirt, take off her glasses, and put her hair in a ponytail. Girl! At least change your outfit and make it look like a different day. Different mirror, different setting, anything? My God. Alright guys, and our number 1 spot is Ray Rice. The NFL running back sparked a nationwide controversy after footage was exposed online showing him knocking out his fiancée. The surveillance footage was from an Atlantic City casino and shows him punching her in the face and then dragging her unconscious body out of the elevator. For obvious reasons, the world went into a rage. The video is actually extremely hard to watch. There's nothing funny about this one. The Baltimore Ravens immediately dropped him from the team, and he was charged on 3rd-degree felony assault charges. However, the judge later dismissed them after Rice completed a 1-year pre-trial program. How you just finish a program and get away with something like this with no charges is beyond me, and I'm not okay with it. Starting us off at number 10 is Kristin Cavallari. The Hill star posted a picture of her family celebrating the 4th of July, but it sparked a huge controversy. The picture was a snap of her family at the beach in their bathing suits, enjoying the holiday and the warm weather. But one of her followers took a positive post and turned it into a chance to expose her for apparently not feeding her children. They pointed out the fact that her sons looked incredibly skinny, and someone wrote that they were, I quote, obviously nutritionally deficient. Kristin didn't give them a chance to start a rumor like that, so she clapped back and replied by saying, "Yep, I starve my children. Just blocked the most people I've ever blocked in my entire life. Happy 4th! Ha ha ha." Yeah, not really a joke you want to make, to be honest. And you don't try and expose someone for something like that. She clearly feeds her children. They're doing just fine. Up next, number 9 is Anne Hathaway. The actress caught the attention of her fans when she threw some shade at the Kardashians, but she claims that she didn't mean to. She posted a meme to her Instagram with the words on it saying, "In a world of Kardashians, be a Helena Bonham Carter," which were layered over top of photos of a ladder. She meant it to be a positive and uplifting meme, but some people exposed her for putting other females down and said that her meme was contradicting itself. Fans were attacking her, saying she is condemning the family, so she deleted the post and uploaded a new photo as an apology tactic instead. The new photo read, "Post removed for unintended shade thrown." She posted it with the caption, "It never occurred to me that I was pitting anyone against each other. Not my style." But the real question is, do you believe her? Do you believe she knew what that picture meant, or do you think she just did it on accident? I really can't see Anne Hathaway being the type to throw shade. Moving along to number 7, we have Selena Gomez. She went on a trip to Abu Dhabi in 2014 and shared her visit with her fans on Instagram. One of the photos she posted was her posing inside of the Grand Mosque, not thinking anything of it other than what it was. She simply wanted to share that she went there, as most people probably would. But then she was quickly exposed by someone pointing out that she was disrespecting their culture because she wasn't in the proper dress code that the mosque specifically requires. Fans were outraged because she was posing with one of her legs raised, which actually revealed her short pants and bare ankles. People were criticizing her, saying that women are required to wear ankle-length skirts or pants while inside the mosque as a sign of respect because it is a very holy place. Needless to say, shortly after, she did delete the photo, but she did not comment on it. I think deleting the photo says enough. Halfway through at number 5 is David Hasselhoff. Back in 2007, he was exposed on social media, technically by his own daughter. Her intentions were not to expose him though. She captured a video clip of him which she thought no one would see. But the video was leaked online, which showed her dad completely wasted, lying on the floor of a room and struggling to eat a hamburger. Which sometimes would seem like a silly thing, but he was a recovering addict and the video exposed that he was no longer sober like he was claiming to be. In the video, you can actually hear his 16-year-old daughter saying, I quote, "Dad, you need to promise me you're not gonna get alcohol tonight, okay? If you get alcohol tonight, you're fired from the show tomorrow. And a doctor's coming over here in the morning to check your alcohol level, and if there's any alcohol in your system, you're gonna be fired." David later on ended up admitting to his relapse and issued an apology. We've made it to number 4 and we have Jordyn Woods. She was known for being Kylie Jenner's best friend and often spent time hanging around the Jenner/Kardashian sisters on their show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But she got the boot from the family after the story broke that she had hooked up with Khloe Kardashian's boyfriend and baby daddy, Tristan Thompson. Jordyn did an interview on the story with Reddit Table Talk, and only 30 minutes after it was out, Khloe called her out and exposed the truth on social media. In a series of tweets, she calls her out for only wanting publicity. Turns out, Jordyn apologized in the interview to the press before she even privately apologized to Khloe. But Jordyn told the press that she apologized to Khloe over the phone and in text and was super apologetic, which Khloe exposed was a lie. She was only trying to make herself look better in the interview. However, we don't really know whose side of the story is true. Who do you want to believe? Khloe or Jordyn? Let me know in the comments if you like these people, if you care. Who is telling the truth? In our third spot is Emily Ratajkowski. The actress and model has some serious Instagram game, which doesn't personally surprise me because she's a model and a babe. But one of her photos had her followers exposing her for being insensitive and misinformed, according to their comments. She became the face of a French hair care brand, Kerastase, and posted on Instagram saying how important hair is to one's beauty. She wrote, "Hair is a fundamental part of beauty, femininity, and identity." Immediately after posting, negative comments came pouring in and her post was being shared all over Twitter, saying that she was insensitive to girls who suffer from cancer, or even just girls who lose their hair from genetics. Her fans couldn't believe that she would suggest that they would be lacking a fundamental part of beauty if they didn't have hair, and called it a very hurtful caption. Emily did not comment on it, but she did change the caption, so I think she got the point. Taking over the number 2 spot is Daisy Ridley. The actress known for her role in the Star Wars franchise decided to delete her Instagram after being exposed on social media for a message she thought was going to have a positive impact. She shared a post with a message about stopping gun violence, but she was criticized on Facebook and Twitter instead. She was bombarded with vicious tweets, Facebook comments, Instagram messages of people calling her hateful and racist. They were trying to expose her for being something that she claims she is definitely not. She was wanting to spread awareness on something that she's passionate about, but all of the online abuse actually made her step away from social media altogether. Winning the number 1 spot on our list is John Legend. Now, to lighten up the mood a little bit from our last number, this one is actually kind of hilarious. The singer's wife, Chrissy Teigen, has always been known for posting whatever she wants on social media, which is why she decided to post a naked picture of her husband. Back in 2015, she exposed John's behind and posted a photo of him naked in his home, and even tagged Instagram in her caption because she knew her fans would report it. It appears that he has no idea the picture is being taken, but he probably wouldn't care anyways because Chrissy was trying to prove a point. A fellow celebrity, Chelsea Handler, had her pictures removed because of a photo shoot with W Magazine where she was topless. So Chrissy wanted to see if Instagram would remove John's butt. And they didn't, by the way. Beginning our list number 10, we have Harry Styles. He doesn't seem like the type of celebrity to end up in the middle of online drama, and for the most part, he's stayed pretty quiet throughout his career, which is why it was strange when someone decided to expose the singer and make up a weird story, saying that Harry paid him to go buy drinks at a sports game. Back in 2014, a Twitter user posted, "Just ran into Harry Styles at a Tigers game and he gave me $100 to get him 2 drinks, and I took the money and left. Hashtag swear to God." It's kind of obvious that he tweeted the story in an attempt to make himself look cool. I mean, taking anybody's money is not cool. But Harry was quick to shut down his story, and he replied to the guy saying, "I wasn't at the Tigers game. Cool story though." So really, the random guy got exposed in the end because Harry kind of like flipped a switch. Up next, number 9 is Beyonce. It's always a little disappointing when we find out that some of our favorite celebrities Photoshop their pictures. Even the queen herself, Beyonce, has been exposed online for altering her body shape in some of her Instagram posts, which to me is totally whack because she has a body that many people dream of having. In one of her posts, she posted a photo of herself sitting on a couch with a glass of wine, but fans were quick to point out that the wine glass and her cell phone were distorted in the picture, obviously in an attempt to trim down her thigh where they were placed. And then again, in one of her sexier posts, people exposed the fact that the stairs were altered in the background, which created a thigh gap for her. Girl, you do not need to do this to your body. Cruising into number 8 spot is Priyanka Jonas. Speaking of Photoshop, there are some people who will alter their own photos and have no issue with it, but then there's people who are totally against it. People on social media started calling out the actress for allowing her photos to be photoshopped in her Maxim magazine photo shoot. The 2016 cover photo had completely photoshopped her armpit out. Her arm looked like it was basically just growing out of her torso in one smooth motion. The Photoshop fail ended up going viral, and rather than commenting on the photoshopping that she had allegedly allowed, she posted a picture of her armpit. She tweeted out, "Here's another pit-stopping picture to add to the debate. Hashtag will the real armpit please stand up? Hashtag no filter. Hashtag armpit diaries." I mean, I think if anyone is to be exposed, it is Maxim for photoshopping out her armpit. What? Just leave her armpit. Coming in number 6 is Kristen Stewart. I hate to be the one to bring it up again, but we cannot forget the time that the actress got exposed on social media in one of the worst ways possible. Back in 2011, she had been dating her Twilight co-star and on-screen love, Robert Pattinson, but got exposed on social media when she cheated on him. How awkward. Hollywood went into a frenzy because pictures were posted of the 22-year-old making out with 41-year-old film director Rupert Sanders. The situation was twisted for many reasons. Kristen was in a relationship, they had a big age gap, they worked together on Snow White and the Huntsman, and Rupert was also married with 2 children. Her steamy makeout pictures were everywhere on social media, and needless to say, people were pretty pissed off. We're halfway through at number 5, and we have Liam Payne. He kind of exposed himself in this one, but people were just quick to call him out on it. He was once a member of the popular boy band One Direction, but he went on to create his own music career after the band had broken up. And he's had a successful one, which might be why he developed kind of a cocky personality. He posted a photo on Instagram of himself shooting the middle finger and captioned it, "You can only get a jet lag from a jet. The rest of y'all have only got plane lag. Hashtag no." He kind of exposes himself for being a little arrogant, but people were quick to spread the post all over every social media platform and called him a spoiled man-child. They attacked his new personality and said he acts high and mighty, and they aren't really there to support it. After receiving all the backlash though, he did delete the post. So maybe he's not like all that high and mighty. Here now at number 4 is Gigi Hadid. The famous model was exposed on social media when people made it known online that she was not welcome in China. She announced on her Instagram that she would be paying Shanghai a visit because she was walking in the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show. So what did she do for people to not want her entering their country? Well, just a few months earlier, her sister Bella posted a video of Gigi mocking Asian stereotypes. Or so it appeared that way. In the video, you can see her laughing and squinting her eyes at the table with friends while holding a Buddha-shaped cookie. People started sharing the old video all over social media, as well as her Vogue China magazine cover, like side by side, saying that she doesn't deserve to be on the cover or walking in the show. However, she did not issue an apology or even address the issue. She just turned off the comment feature on her Instagram post. And you bet your bottom dollars that she went to China and walked in that show. In our 3rd spot is the one and only Britney Spears. It's no secret that the pop icon has a nice body. She's been flaunting it for many years. She's always been into fitness, and even after having kids, she still posts her workout routines on Instagram and shows her followers how she stays in such great shape. So it was a little weird for fans when they noticed that she had completely airbrushed a 6-pack of abs on her stomach. Britney posted a candid picture of her performing at one of her shows in Vegas and captioned it, "Wow, perfect audience for the first Piece of Me show. That was amazing. I love you, Vegas." Fans were quick to expose her for airbrushing her abs because if you look closely, the lines are very dark and obviously drawn on. We're still not sure why she did it since she has a toned stomach to begin with, but to each their own. Winning the 2nd spot on our list is Elon Musk. You would have to be a fool to try and make a famous celebrity with an active interest in tech the punchline of your tech news headline. Wired tried to expose the tech guru on Twitter and posted a headline about public transportation, claiming that Elon doesn't like the mass transit system. They tweeted, "Does a public transit builder actually have to love the idea of public transportation? Elon Musk really doesn't like mass transit systems." The article went on to claim that he was trying to construct tunnels around the country and is actually unimpressed with the basic concept of shared public transportation. But lesson learned, do not mess with Elon Musk. He posted an angry response to them, which ended with, "This is why I stopped following Wired long ago. There are way better tech pubs out there. Hard to say if they lost followers or not. Probably did." Beginning the countdown at number 10 is Jimmy Kimmel. Raise your hand if you've ever been victimized by Kanye West on Twitter. That's not actually me, that is a Mean Girls joke, in case you don't get the reference. Basically all of Hollywood, and it just so happened to be Jimmy's turn back in 2013. Jimmy made a joke about Kanye's BBC radio interview where he claimed that he was the biggest rock star in the world. It was all in good fun. Jimmy just asked why Kanye feels like he has to be his own hype man. But Kanye didn't find it very funny and started a giant feud on Twitter. He went off in this epic rant and tweeted out, in all caps, by the way, so you know he was pissed, "Jimmy Kimmel is out of line to try and spoof in any way the first piece of honest media in years. I like you, you know me, I went to your family's wedding. Jimmy Kimmel, I don't take this as a joke." But we all know Jimmy can't be serious for anything, and he simply tweeted out, "Apparently Kanye West is very, very angry with me." He also put that in caps too, just to mock Kanye. Which is great. Next up at number 9 is Katy Perry. The pop star appeared on James Corden's talk show segment Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts and had to dish out some hot gossip about her past lovers in bed. James came up with the game idea that makes his celebrity guests answer a tough question, and if they refuse, they have to eat something disgusting like cow tongue or bird saliva. Literally. Like, I didn't make those examples up, those are actual things on the show. So she answered the question and ranked her exes in bed from worst to best. Diplo being the worst, then Orlando Bloom, and John Mayer in first. Quite the slap in the face for any man, but Diplo didn't waste any time exposing her right back on social media through a tweet. In response to the article headline, which exposed that he was ranked as the worst, he responded with, "I don't even remember having sex," implying that it was so bad for him that he doesn't even remember it. However, it's kind of hard to believe that Katy Perry would be bad in bed. Although, I gotta point out, she ranked Orlando Bloom in the middle at the time, and now that is her husband. Sniping the number 8 spot is Scott Disick. Let's be honest, he's only famous because he dated Kourtney Kardashian for years and is the father to all of her children. I am just saying what you are all thinking. But when they split in 2015, fans were both happy and sad. They did fall in love with the couple's funny banter after watching them for so many seasons on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But he also showed his struggle with alcoholism and potential cheating scandals. Kourtney's family wasn't thrilled when he seemed to just move on really quickly with a much younger than him model, Sophia Richie. He got grilled by them pretty hard on the show, but Kendall Jenner, who's normally the quiet one, exposed how she really feels about it through an epic Instagram comment. A Scott Disick fan account posted a picture of him with Sophia, and Kendall commented on it saying, "Aw, Scott and his kids." Yikes. In at number 7 is Seth Rogen. This one is a little more difficult to take seriously. I honestly probably won't get through it without laughing. In 2018, the musician Kennedy Jones decided to expose Seth Rogen for DMing him with the word fart. You guys, I'm being so serious. Kennedy Jones tweeted out, "I just got a DM from Seth Rogen and it just says fart. Tuesdays are cool." There's no denying that accusing someone of DMing you the word fart is kind of funny, but also super random and a little bit weird. Seth didn't seem too bothered by claims, but he was bothered enough to want to respond. He replied to him and simply said, "No, you didn't." I guess being exposed for DMing someone the word fart would not be the end of the world. I just want to know if it's true or not. Show me the screenshot. Did he DM you the word fart? And why? Moving along to number 6 is Jimmy Kimmel. Talk show host got exposed for discussing something a little too personal in one of his interviews. Well, someone tried to expose him, but it didn't last too long. Huffington Post tagged the talk show host on Twitter and said, "Dear Jimmy Kimmel, Megan Fox's pregnancy is none of your business." For people seeing that tweet and not getting the whole story, it does make Jimmy look bad, like he tried to force Megan to talk about something personal that she didn't want to. But Jimmy ended up shutting down the rumors and tweeted a response saying, "Dear Huffington Post, Megan agreed to discuss this before the show, so F off." I just wonder what Megan's thinking. Like, why didn't Megan kind of like chime in and say, "Hey now, I agreed to talk about it." We are halfway through at number 5 and we have Mark Hamill. The Star Wars legend is very active on social media, believe it or not. Not only does he enjoy interacting with his fans, but he also likes to troll a lot and is not afraid of speaking his mind. One thing he does not like though is when people try to put words in his mouth. Even if it's not anything bad, he just doesn't like it. So when Heroic Hollywood posted a headline about him on Twitter, he was quick to say his piece on it. Their tweet said, "Mark Hamill called Zack Snyder's Watchmen his favorite movie." It wasn't like it was some juicy rumor or any hot gossip, but apparently the actor did not want to be exposed for saying something that he didn't. So to make sure everyone knew, he tweeted a response and simply said, "No, I didn't." That is what you get for trying to put words in Mark Hamill's mouth. Rolling into number 4 spot is Dove Cameron. The Disney Channel star was dating Ryan McCartan for 4 years, and they got engaged for just 6 months before announcing that they had split. It seemed to be out of nowhere when they made the announcement back in 2016, and to say fans were disappointed was a major understatement. No one understood why they suddenly split since they were always gushing over each other in interviews. But fans were even more shocked when Dove started posting pictures of her and her new man, her co-star from Descendants 2, Thomas Doherty. One Twitter user exposed her for apparently being the reason for their split, and he commented her ex's name Ryan on a post of her and Thomas. Awkward. Dove responded to the Ryan comment and said, "Ryan was terrible to me." She went on to say that she is happier now, but that still does not stop people from accusing her for the failed relationship. Rolling to the 3rd spot is Bella Thorne. Back in 2016, the actress began dating Teen Wolf star Tyler Posey. They seemed inseparable and super adorable, but things started to fizzle out and they ended up calling it quits. Just 2 weeks after their breakup, she was seen kissing Charlie Puth and it made media headlines. But then she randomly posted this nostalgic picture of her and Tyler, and it made things hella confusing for everyone to keep up with. To make things even more confusing, Charlie started exposing what was going on and tweeted, "No one should have their heart messed with like this, and I'm not going to be in the middle of it. I don't know Tyler personally, but I know he shouldn't be treated this way." Basically throwing shade on Bella for playing both of them. However, Bella later cleared up the story and explained that Charlie saw an old article which made it look like she was still with Tyler, and it was all just one big miscommunication. Taking over our number 2 spot is Anthony Scaramucci. The social media world has a fun way of taking something in the world and turning it into a humorous meme. Like in 2017, people poked fun at the former White House communications director Anthony, who left his job after only 10 days. People saw the opportunity to turn the movie poster for How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and feature Donald Trump and Scaramucci on it. What better way to get the meme noticed? A celebrity who was in the actual movie shared it to their Instagram. Kate Hudson exposed him and Donald Trump in a sense and shared the picture with the caption, "Box office results are in, the #1 comedy in America." Finally, number 1 is Jake Paul. The YouTuber started some drama after he called out Zayn Malik on Twitter saying, "Almost had to clap up Zayn from One Direction because he is a little guy and has an attitude and basically told me to F off for no reason when I was being nice to him. Zayn, I know you're reading this, stop being angry because you came home alone to your big hotel room." Turns out the two of them were in Las Vegas at the same time for the big fight recently and had hotel rooms across from one another. Zayn's on and off girlfriend, supermodel Gigi Hadid, came to his defense and called Jake an irrelevant, ugly through this epic tweet. But video footage surfaced exposing Jake yelling insults at Zayn's hotel room door, clearly intoxicated, and trying to film a reaction from him, but he wasn't getting one. Since the incident, Jake has deleted his tweets saying that he was just really drunk and he called himself an effing idiot. You said it, Jake, not us. Starting us off is the one and only Kanye West. We are so used to pairing Kanye with his wife Kim Kardashian that we may have forgotten he dated other people before her. One of those people being Amber Rose, who went through a nasty breakup with the rapper back in 2010. 5 years after their breakup, Kanye made a comment during an interview saying that he had to take 30 showers after dating Amber before he could date Kim. That is what sparked the hot drama, and Amber exposed Kanye in a series of different tweets, but ended with the infamous comment, "I'll leave that up to the Kardashians to humiliate you when they're done with you." Oh yeah, she went there. She got dirty and went after Kim and her family, but don't worry, all the drama passed, and in 2016 Amber posted pictures of her and Kim hanging out like nothing ever happened. Girls. Girls, 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 I tell ya. Coming in next, number 9 is Demi Lovato. She is one star who has always encouraged and preached about body positivity and self-acceptance. So it was extra surprising for her fans to see her posting an ad for a detox product on Instagram. In the post, she posted a photo of herself with a Teamy Blend shake and captioned it, "This year is all about #self-love. Truly taking care of myself and exercising has changed everything for me." She continued to write that Teamy Blend sponsored her 30-day detox challenge to help her bloating and claimed that she was on day 7. But Demi's fans were not having it and started to expose her for being a hypocrite. They started pulling up the ingredients of the tea and showed that the ingredients cause a laxative effect which actually purges the body, which is one of the biggest magnets for eating disorders, which Demi has openly struggled with. They didn't think that it was fair that she hashtagged self-love to a diet tea program that doesn't actually promote real health. Demi ended up deleting her post, needless to say. Cruising into number 8 is Justin Bieber. Before he was married to Hailey Baldwin, he was famous for being in an on and off relationship with Selena Gomez. But during one of their off periods, Selena got a little feisty and called him out on social media. Justin started dating Sofia Richie and was flaunting the relationship online, which caused Selena fans to attack the new couple. So Justin posted a picture with Sofia and said that he is going to make his Instagram private if people don't stop hating on them. But then, plot twist, Selena got involved and was on the fan side and called him out for being rude to the people that support him most. She commented on the picture saying, "If you can't handle the hate, stop posting pictures of your girlfriend, lol. It should be special between you two only. Don't be mad at your fans, they love you and supported you before anyone ever did." In all honesty though, she kind of just exposed herself for not being over him. You just showed that you care still, so really, you kind of just exposed yourself there. In spot number 7 is J-Lo. Getting followed by this icon on social media would be a dream come true for a lot of people, including Lindsay Lohan apparently. A lot of celebs will support one another and follow each other on their social media pages, but J-Lo didn't follow Lindsay back, and she wanted to make sure that everyone knew about it. Back in 2017, J-Lo tweeted out one of her show dates and said, "Excited for Friday, I'm doing a big show in Dubai at the Autism Rocks Arena, get your tickets." Lindsay replied to her tweet and said, "Wanted to connect with you in #Dubai since I live here, but you don't follow me, so I cannot DM you." She threw the shade. For the record, J-Lo didn't follow her back after that tweet. She might have by now, but at the time, she just ignored Lindsay's shade. Moving on to the number 6 spot is Huda Kattan. The famous beauty YouTuber and owner of Huda Beauty was exposed by the top beauty YouTuber in the world, Jeffree Star. In October 2018, a fellow makeup artist, Cole Kerrigan, tweeted that he received PR emails from several companies, one of them being from Huda Beauty. Jeffree got savage and exposed their feud by tweeting at Cole, "Tell Huda Beauty to F off and use products from someone with a soul." He called her out for stealing the concept for her Easy Bake setting powder, saying that she stole it from an indie brand called Beauty Bakery. He even messaged Huda and then tweeted out screenshots of their conversation. And we all know that personal text messages are the ultimate exposure. Screenshots are like the ultimate receipts these days, you know what I mean? Because it is like pure evidence. Halfway through at 5 is Lady Gaga. Fans practically fell to their feet when they first heard her hit single Applause. The song was a huge hit, but one of her fellow celebrity artists didn't like it and actually called her out for using art references in her lyrics. At one point in the song, she references the famous 1486 painting, The Birth of Venus, by the artist Sandro Botticelli. Some people might not have even caught the reference, but Adam Levine went out of his way to point it out. He tweeted, "Ugh, recycling old art for a younger generation doesn't make you an artist, it makes you an art teacher." He then continued the feud by adding, "By the way, I'm not an artist, I sing in a band and make music with my friends." Gaga only responded with a quirky comment saying, "Uh-oh guys, the art police is here." Adam commented on her grammar and the conversation went dead. Alright guys, we're moving on to number 4 and we have Drake Bell. If you're one of his fans and you already know that the Drake and Josh star is not a believer. The two of them have had an ongoing feud, and if you don't remember how it all started, here is a little refresher. It all began after someone tweeted a picture of Bieber that was photoshopped to look like he was wearing makeup. Drake thought it was funny and retweeted it, which started a huge tidal wave of hate comments from Bieber fans, because they don't mess around when it comes to Justin Bieber. Drake clapped back and let loose with his own tweets, making fun of Justin wearing makeup. It was all fun and games until Justin responded by crashing Drake's album release party. Since he couldn't get in, he decided to drive up, roll down his car window in front of the party venue, which obviously caused the crowd to go wild. He then posted a video of the screaming fans to his Instagram and wrote, "So nice seeing my fans at the Grove tonight." He just had to make it known that he was getting more attention than Drake at his own release party. In our 3rd spot is Ariana Grande. It's not hard to believe that someone would want to expose her on social media, seeing as she is one of the most popular artists in the world. They basically knew that it would have some impact. But she probably didn't expect it from her ex-boyfriend, although she should have, because she also brought their issues onto social media. From 2012 to 2013, she dated the Australian musician Jay Brooks until hit the fan and things went south. He accused her of cheating on him with Nathan Sykes, and they started going at it on social media. Ariana revealed that he threatened her and said if she didn't get back with him, he would make her look bad, hence the whole cheating rumor. But his response exposed that it was very untrue and he actually had nothing but kind things to say to her. He exposed her by sharing personal screenshots from some of their text conversations. In it, he explains how much he loves her and wishes her the best and wants nothing but good things for her. So who was lying? Making our way to number 2, we have Noah Cyrus. Yes, Miley Cyrus's little sister has grown up to have her own music career, which also means she is making her own news headlines. In 2018, Noah jumped headfirst into a relationship with the rapper Lil Xan. They were showing PDA all over the media, and just after they released a collaboration hit called Live or Die, the relationship came to a sudden halt. Xan went on Facebook Live immediately to expose the entire breakup, and he exposed Noah by saying that she cheated on him. He also said that she used him and the relationship was all fake. But Noah responded and denied all the allegations, claiming that he was actually the one cheating, not her. You know, normally when people break up, the last thing you want to do is hop on a live stream and expose all your personal business. But instead, it was the first thing he did. like immediately. Earning the #1 spot is Kim Kardashian. It's no surprise that celebrities will often promote products on their social media page despite the amount of money that they already have, but that's none of my business. Back in 2018, Kim got exposed after posting a picture of her with an appetite-suppressing lollipop. I didn't even know this was a thing. I've heard of like diet teas and shakes and stuff, but diet lollipops? What is this world coming to? But not long after she posted the picture, The Good Place star Jamila Jamil called her out on Twitter. But first she responded to Kim's picture and wrote, "No, F off. No, you terrible and toxic influence on young girls." Not only did she expose Kim, but she's also exposing the brand of the lollipops. She tweeted a collage photo of different celebrities posing with diet products and captioned it, "Give us the discount codes to your nutritionists, personal chefs, personal trainers, airbrushers, and plastic surgeons, you bloody liars." Honestly, someone had to say it. I have never respected a tweet so much in my entire life. Kim ended up deleting the original post and then posted the same picture a day later, but just with the little lollipop emoji. No ad spiel in the whole caption. Just the lollipop emoji.